The human body has many energy centers, but the primary ones that most people are more familiar with are the 7 energy centers, the 7 chakras. Hey everyone, it's Terrie. So great to see you. How is your heart today? How's that beautiful, wonderful, dynamic heart of yours? Welcome to the 3rd and final video in this energy series. I have been showing you and teaching you guys all about how energy works, why things take time, other energy fields, and today we are going to we're going to learn about the human energy field and all the ways we can get ourselves into alignment and why it's so important. So let's get to it. So I already talked about the sun's electromagnetic field. I talked about the earth's electromagnetic field, and we all know that the human being has an electromagnetic field as well. We are energy. Everything is energy, right? Whether something is physical or non-physical, like a Wi-Fi signal, like an emotion. Just because you can't use your senses to experience it does not mean it doesn't exist, right? And as we know, just to recap, slower moving waves are more dense waves because they move slower, and faster waves are higher, more energy. So less matter, more energy, right? Less physical, more non-physical. Human beings are made up of physical and non-physical. We live in a time-space continuum, which means when there is space between two things, it takes time to move and close that gap, okay? That is planet Earth for you. That is the 3rd dimensional reality. And I'm going to go into a little bit more about, if you want to call it realities. Realities are consciousnesses, and consciousness is energy. So yes, you can be in the 3rd dimension of reality and experience the 5th dimensional while still being in the 3rd dimension, because a reality is consciousness and consciousness is energy. So if you can change your consciousness, you change your energy. And when you shift your energy, you shift your reality, okay? So let's look at the human being. As you know, if you've been following this series, I am a fantastic artist. Hence the human body. Wah, wah. That's right, Yossi. So the human body, again, consists of physical matter, which means energy that is moving slow, that it forms something called the earth suit, and the organs in the earth suit, yes. And also the non-physical, which is, what's the word? Not conducted, it is not serviced, it is expressed in energy centers. Some of you guys might know them as chakras in the Sanskrit and even pranic ways. They're chakras. I like center better just because I'm more woo-yance versus woo-woo, which means I like some science mixed in with my woo-ness. Show me this shit works. You know? So anyways, we have the human body has many energy centers, but the primary ones that most people are more familiar with are the 7 energy centers, the 7 chakras, right? So you have to forgive me, I don't have yellow. Why would they not put a yellow dry erase marker in a multicolored marker pack? If anybody knows that, can you let me know? Because there's no fucking yellow. So I had to do a different shade of green, and it was a lighter green, right? Okay, so we have the sacral, we have the root, the sacral, we have the solar plexus, which it's supposed to be yellow. So please forgive me for it not being yellow. You have your heart center, your heart chakra, which is actually green in color. You have your throat chakra, which is blue in color. I mixed these up. This should be blue and that should be purple. My apologies. This should be blue. You can't blame that one on the marker, people. This should be blue. This is the throat center. This is the pineal gland center, or the people know it as the third eye. And then this is the crown center. And they're different shades. This should be blue. It's a different shade of blue. But again, marker issues. Such is life, right? So all of these energy centers activate, operate, oversee various psychological, mental, and emotional and physical operations of the human body. All of these centers create the electromagnetic fields. You can call it the aura. If you're woo-woo, call it the aura. If you're more science, call it electromagnetic field. And if you're both woo-yance, which is I like to call it the electromagnetic field. Sometimes I do say aura. So it depends on who I'm talking to, but yeah. So this is the electromagnetic field of the human body, and it extends outwards from us. Now, you're not going to be able to take an x-ray and find these centers. They're representations, okay, of the operations system. When they are all balanced, you are in what we would call alignment, which means you are more energy, less matter. When you are more energy, which means you're vibrating at a higher frequency, your energy is moving faster, you are able to create much quicker and much faster what it is that you want, because what happens is you're magnetizing those slower waves to you. Yes, there will still be time that happens, right? Because whenever there's space between two things, want and then have, right? It takes time for the want to become the have, right? However, when you're in alignment, what you're experiencing is actually a manifestation of the emotion, which is energy in motion. So you may not have the physical thing, but you feel as if you do. And that is when you are in alignment. So when you're in alignment, you can actually draw in that physical thing much quicker, much faster. Again, because you are more energy, less matter. Okay. Yeah. And examples of more elevated, higher frequencies are joy, love, happiness, giddiness, silliness, playfulness, right? Those frequencies. And more density, slower emotions are shame, guilt, fear, anger, grief, those things. So you, by your feelings and your emotions, you can use that as an indication to know how your energy is. And there's no judgment on you on whether you're a good person or bad person, whether you're an addict, you're not addict, whether you're shitty, not shitty, whatever. It is just energy. It's just an indicating signature to know what it is that you're putting out there, because as within, as without. Everything is energy before it becomes matter. So something has to be energetic before it becomes physical, right? So that's why we get that saying, as above, so below. Yes. I hope this bird is not about to scream, because he looks like he wants to say something. I know you guys can't see it, but he's literally right over here. And Mama's in the middle of lecturing. Yeah, oh boy. So that is the electromagnetic field, right? Now, what we also have, this is just a fun fact tidbit. We have a soul star and we have an earth star. And that is what connects us to the cosmos and connects us to Mother Earth. But we can look at it as our own personal channel with the divine. You know that saying, stay in your own lane? This fits perfectly. So, when you log into, I call it logging into, but when you connect or attach to the soul star and the earth star, you are really within your own energetic center. You are in your own lane. You are not placing your attention or awareness outside of you. Because as we know, wherever we place our attention, that's where our energy goes. So if we're placing our attention, what the hell does that mean? Attention on maybe a Facebook status that pissed us off, our energy is leaking outside of us. So we are no longer in our channel, right? And if we're angry about that status, that Facebook post, then guess what? We are also out of alignment. One of our systems is off kilter. And so our whole field is gonna be all off and we're no longer in alignment, right? So I love this soul star and earth star because it always allows me to get back into my channel, and it sort of reboots my attention, okay? So when you get into alignment, you will change your reality, okay? We have to, in order to make change in our life, and as we know, it takes time because we live in a time-space continuum. But when we want to make change in our life, we have to coordinate our brain and our heart together. And when we do that, what we're doing is we're designing what it is that we want and we magnetize it to us. So again, it's super important to understand and know and focus where you're placing your attention, right? So you're always going to focus your attention on something. So that's why we want to be in alignment, so that we can design and magnetize to us what it is that we want. And if we can keep ourselves in alignment, we'll be in a high vibrational frequency, we can magnetize, we can manifest much quicker, right? Because consciousness is energy, and our feelings are emotions. And emotions are energy in motion. And we have a human body with all of these centers, which means energy has to move through the human body in order to clear it or bring it in. And the human body is our tool. It is our earth suit because we live on planet Earth. And this is the way the earth suit is designed. So just always know you have a very good indication of where you are in your life, what you're bringing into your life, and how your life is going based on whatever emotion or feeling you're having. It's an indication. Now, this is why it's actually really cool. It's really cool that there is time for manifestation to happen. Because if you're pissed off and you want, I don't know, like you want something, well, what if you got it, but it wasn't the right thing, right? Because you weren't fine-tuned. You didn't take the time to fine-tune and align yourself. So something was wrong, you got it, but it was wrong. Or, as humans, sometimes we have thoughts, we're like, God, I really hate that person. I wish she would, whatever. If there was no time, and there was no space and no time, guess what? She would actually in that moment, right? So, people say, I'll kill you, right? Somebody might actually kill them if there's no time to realign, right, the energy. So it's actually kind of a good thing that there is space between wanting and having. And again, you're in control of that based on how you take control and you regulate, you manage, and you harmonize your energy, right? Remember, these fast-moving waves are non-physical and the slow-moving waves are physical. So here's a truth bomb. Change is hard because it takes time before we see the results. And people don't want to put in the time. They want it now. But you want to know something? There's space. We live in a time-space continuum. Not happy, happy. Guess what? You see that? You see my pretty little face? That is the gap. You got to close the gap, and it takes time. So the truth bomb is change is hard. And most people don't want to put in the focus. They don't want to put their attention. They don't want to put their energy on the end goal because they want it now. Well, guess what? ain't gonna happen. So that's why you gotta consistently do it over and over and over again. But it can totally and completely be done. You just have to get your alignment in the right place. Take yourself, which you are the only one that can do this. Nobody can do this for you. They can facilitate and they can help you and support you, which is what I do. When I work with my clients one-on-one, that's what I do. I help them help themselves into higher frequency so that they can get what they want and go where they want to be quicker and faster with support, because change on your own is hard. It's just hard. That's the truth, Brahm. That's the reality. That's why you need support. I get support too. I do. I have to. If I did this on my own, I would totally end up not doing it because I'm not getting it as fast. And that makes me feel defeated, which is what? A lower, slower vibrating frequency. And if that's where my energy is in indication mode, well, guess what? That's what my reality is going to be. So that's how this all works. So this has been an energy series for you, hopefully for you to understand this. When you balance and you shift your energy, okay? When you shift your energy, you can access your intuition. And when you are in alignment, you are very knowledgeable and very aware because you are able to sense and read the information and data off of any and all energy waves, and you know how to move forward easily and maintain and balance, but mostly maintain those higher frequencies, yes? So by shifting your energy, it allows you access into your intuition. And that's what I do. That's what I do. That's why I'm here. I'm here to help you shift your energy so that you can access your intuition. And everybody's got an intuition. Everybody's got one. So if you found this video to be helpful, or if you resonated with any of this information, please give me a like. Go ahead, click that thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it. And stay connected, right? That's why I'm always saying stay connected. When you're connected to yourself, you're connected to the divine, and then you know what your next moves are, right? And I help hold your hand through the whole process. It's pretty cool. So stay connected to yourself, stay connected to your friends and family, and of course you can stay connected to me, and I'll see ya on the flip side.